Right.
Hey, guys. Welcome to Jamly Chick Podcast. And we are in 2025 and super pumped to be over the retrograde of 2024. And the music that is coming to us in 2025 is showing that we are ready for this, that we are beyond ready for this. And
definitely.
So today on the show, we have with us our co-host, Jason Lipo.
Hello, everybody.
And we are also about to bring aboard who you probably, if you don't know, have seen in the last 24 hours pictures of him. And his name is Stevie. And he is absolutely amazing. And if you don't know him, you should know him. And you will know him by the end of the show. So come on in, Stevie. Welcome.
Hello, how's it going?
Hey, Steve.
What's up? What's up?
What's up? So Stevie is a really good friend of ours. We've known him for quite a few years. We have hung out in lines for hours and hours and hours and hours to get those prime rail spots. This was also before you got like rail lottery, you know, and this is when we rail crew became family. This was like the rail family, you know what I'm saying? Like this wasn't like negativity and stuff. This was the good times of the rail family. So Stevie, welcome aboard and thank you so much for being with us. Stevie is also a part of the jam crew. And or the jam squad. Sorry, said that wrong.
Yep, we came to an idea that we're gonna have a few people added to the Jamly Chick to help correspond to live shows and all that. So
because we can't cover it all. I mean, we're here in North Carolina, so we need to make sure that we have people all over the place to be able to cover this wonderful music that we as young children thought that we would never get. That we were like, oh man, the 60s and the 70s got it all. But guess what? We're getting it now and it's time to enjoy. And so we have a team of us called the Jam Squad, and we are here to help fill you in on what you should be hitting up and what definitely not to miss. So but the in the last couple of weeks we have had Goose did their winter tour, their 2025 winter tour. And that was a bit different because Jeb was not on board, and Jeb is my man, and it was very hard not to have him there. Stevie, would you agree?
Yeah, it was really different. It was hard to get used to at first, missing like all the little nuances that he adds to it, like these little cymbals and the little maracas, you know.
Yeah.
You don't really notice the gong until you miss it. Like I was listening to the hot tea
the gong hits.
Yeah, I was listening to the hot tea earlier and it was not in there, you know.
It was, there were a lot of silent parts that just like listening over and over, I was like, wow. And I've heard a lot of people say before, you know, well, what does Jeb really bring to the band? What does he really bring to the band? And I think these last 2 weeks have shown everyone what Jeb brought to the band, and that there was a lot missing. And I also felt like the vibe was off on stage. I felt like by 2:15, which by the very last day of the tour, that they had gotten things together. Now, remind you, this is my opinion, and I was couch touring. Stevie was there and can tell you legit what happened energy wise and stuff. But from my view of couch tour at home, Jeb was very missed. I could notice like Empress of Oregano's was, you know, not, the things weren't there, like the percussion parts were not missing. And you know, we have a lot of people always being like, well, what does the percussionist do? What does the percussionist do? And I think by the end of this 2 weeks that everyone's like, oh, that's what the percussionist does. That's exactly what he does. So but what do you think, Jason?
I think for the 4-piece and going into a winter tour and then, you know, having to hit a new country, you know, going into it with, you know, 4 people and everything. But I think they did good considering the fact that I bet it was kind of just threw at them last minute. You know what
For
I mean?
sure. There's definitely no doubt that I don't think that they did well. Like with what hand that they were given, I think that they did amazing, but I definitely hope that people give the respect to Jeb.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's
Absolutely.
more my point.
Yeah.
Give the respect to our man, that he deserves that respect, and how much is those just empty moments that we don't realize that Jeb is feeling. And that's more so, I guess, what I hope that the fans and people who music is not their first thing. It took me a while. Jason plays drums, I play the piano, but they're two completely different instruments. They're two completely different ways that you play things. So you're not going to miss certain things that you would if you were playing drums. And drum and bass is a big thing together. And so, Jason was quickly able to point out the things, that were like, oh my gosh, look at this. And what are we supposed to do on this? And, and where I was like, something's missing, but I just don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it. I just can't put my finger on it. So, but
it really does add a
to it. Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
yeah. Definitely.
I would definitely say that Goose is not a 4-piece band. That was definitely decided upon this run. What do you say, Stevie?
Well, I tell you, when I watched the shows, like you said, from the couch, they did, like, especially the opening first set, boy, I was like, oh no. And then when I did go see them live, I mean, it took it all away, just seeing Rick and Peter up there, and, just seeing them all up there. It was just like, took it all away.
Right.
And you were in Grand Rapids, correct?
Right. I was just there for the 3 nights in Grand Rapids.
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, oh man, I was like, Stevie has to be on here, because when you watch it from home, it's a total different experience than when you watch it there. And when you watch
the
it
Toronto
live.
shows are super boring to me. Like, I don't know. They didn't just sound like they were really good at all. Like, not like, they're not like the normal, oh, this is the best show ever,
Yeah.
But
I think that's also a part of it. And it's
finally coming around,
Right.
And they
had
to play so many shows, like they had to do so much in a row too, like without any breaks. I don't think they got much rest. So,
right, exactly.
And that's probably pretty far. Isn't that pretty long haul from where's the beginning?
There's 3 nights
Milwaukee,
in
right?
Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Milwaukee, then to Toronto, right?
Yeah.
And I still say this, who the hell is deciding let's go to the coldest places at the coldest time of year to do that? Like,
Rick already got sun-kissed at dead ahead.
Yeah.
So he was ready for the cold.
Jeb is my man. I absolutely love Jeb. The drum squad, drum and bass. That's
Gone Gang.
Gone Gang, would that be drum and bass too, or the? Yeah.
No, those are flamingos.
Yeah. I'm talking about. They had like they named it the blast section, the drums, the Goose did the. What was the name that they that was Cotter, Jeb, and the blast zone? I think that's what they called it for the drums and bass, because they were all on the stage, I guess, left. They were all on stage left, so they called it the blast zone, because it was just and so then when Jeb was gone, it just looked like so empty. And then those songs, like certain songs were very melodic and just, had that. They're beautiful. I give Goose all the credit in the world that even whether they have all members of the band or not, they can still make it beautiful. I was in the car today.
Oh, they can still rip your face off.
Oh, they still can. I was in the car today listening to Peter, and I can't remember what song it was, and it was one of the songs that was very Jeb strong, and just the way that Peter just not rip the keys, because he didn't rip them. It was just the most beautiful, classic. I don't even know how, like, melodic. It was just beautiful. And I'm a piano player, so I was just like, oh my gosh. And I got lost in just the way that he was playing his keys. And so it was a really cool way to also see different vibes of the band.
A whole different dynamic.
Yeah, it was an entirely different dynamic, and it was a whole different dynamic. And so I'm happy also that Jeb made it very important that mental health is important, no matter how many thousands of people are waiting on you. Put yourself first, because if you don't put yourself first, you're not going to make it through. And we have seen that through history, time and time and time again. And, these are musicians that we don't want to lose whatsoever. And we don't want this to happen again. And so kudos, hats off to you, Jeff. And thank you for being a wonderful example to our younger generation. And I know the most horrible rumors have speculated. The group of us were OGs. We know, we've hung out with them. We know a lot of things have gone down, a lot of things that haven't gone down. We've known things that, that people try and twist and turn that weren't the truth whatsoever. And so, but my hat's off to Jeb for sitting through all of this and still making it to where I'm going to be here, but I need to make sure that I'm okay. And just like they find out on the plane, what is it? Like, if you don't put your mask on first, you can't save anyone else beside you. So
I couldn't imagine
thank you very much.
Put up with all the internet stuff that gets said, especially towards like anybody that's not Phish, like any band that's not Phish catches so much crap. It's like crazy.
It's insane.
There's a lot of critics out there, and everyone's a critic. So I mean, it's that's probably why they're told to stay off social media.
Exactly.
I couldn't even look at it, especially if
it'd be
even
so
Rick.
Mentally.
Like Rick is so amazing of a musician, and people just give him so much shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's unreal. Like, I just thought
I've realized that some of them have and I don't blame, like, a lot of famous musicians have started to whitewash their, younger histories and stuff. Not whitewash, but eliminate, because, think we didn't have an internet everywhere. We didn't know what that was. We didn't know that it would come back up, years later. And so I'm happy that they can do that. But anyway, so there's been, with this, with Goose coming, their 2-week or almost 2-week tour coming to an end, you were also at the Billy shows. And this is where, in Asheville, which was so amazing to see Asheville just pumping and being alive again with business. It
really was,
it's just
describe what was going on, like around the venue and stuff, and shakedown and stuff.
Well, they had a shakedown set up right by the venue, and the whole town was just like so excited to see everybody there. Like, I'm sure all the store owners were like super happy. Like, I mean, everything was just full. All the restaurants were constantly full. Like everybody had to be happy. Yeah. I mean, he brought he brought a lot of business to town. That's for sure.
Yeah. Definitely.
It's really cool that Billy had camera crew out there, interviewing peeps, and
and it definitely really was sold out every night. Like, there wasn't like, I mean, I'm sure the scalpers and everything, but like somebody bought the tickets. Like, it was full.
Yeah. Exactly. So, I saw some of the most amazing, like, reviews of it, and just how awesome it was. I was loving to see the daily videos that he was putting out, and then all of my friends' videos that they were putting out, and and oh my gosh, what just happened? And it was so awesome too, because he had the chance where he could have backed out, with what just happened to Asheville
He
and
waited
the
like 2
capacity.
weeks.
Could they?
Like when the tickets went on sale, they waited 2 weeks or whatever at the beginning.
Yeah, and
it was so tragic and everything.
it just was. And I just like this dude, he has me respecting him on 1,000,001 levels. Like it just every time I turn around on a daily basis, it's just another thing to respect Billy. And so many people pulled out, and it's and Billy, he truly still has that heart of like where he came from. Like he's not losing that. Like this
absolutely.
is his background, where he came from. And so many people
He
quickly
loves everyone,
lose. Like he does. And
he really does truly appreciate all of his fans.
Yeah,
because he knows he's nothing without them.
Yeah,
and that's exactly. He knows he's nothing without them. Whereas a lot of people forget, like, oh, if I don't have fans buying my tickets, I don't have money. Like people are gonna stop. And so, but Billy, and I don't think it's just that. Like I just think it's his true genuineness and the way that his his mom raised him. Yeah, it was so cute. Like the day after he had his son, and like made that that golfing video and stuff, like
stealing Ringo's private jet.
Right.
Just and I thought that was so cute. Ringo, like just everyone just like being right behind him, and it's just so beautiful to see. No matter what place you're in, that you can have that community, and that they're there for you, and that Billy's just a great example. And I wish that more people would take that example from him, that you can, no matter how far you go, don't forget where you came from.
Absolutely.
And
be humble.
Be humble. Yeah. Because no matter what, you might be high up today, but you might be low tomorrow. So
exactly. I mean, he's one of the most humble people that you can. I mean,
humble and talented. That's another thing for me to say talented. And my dad plays banjo, and I go to the fiddlers convention, and my entire life, I don't think you know this, Stevie. Like my entire life has literally been and it makes
bluegrass.
Me bluegrass. It makes me the happiest girl in the world to hear someone bring out their mandolin, their banjo, their guitar and stuff. And I was just at my dad's house the other night, and my dad plays banjo and guitar, and he had made us hamburgers and like off our farm and everything, and so we were just sitting around enjoying, and he like at the end of the night just brings out his banjo and starts picking and it's and I was just like, man, this is the life. Like this is the life right here. So yeah, but I know that I know I've been rambling on. It's been I know rambling on, it's been me. So what other, since Goose is off tour for until summer things coming up, and then Billy still has dates and things, but what are the other what are the other bands that you're looking to check out, or what do you think that other people should be checking out?
Well, I'll be going to see Dizgo and Daniel Donato's Cosmic Country also.
Nice.
Yeah.
Where are you going to see Daniel? Yeah, where are you going to see Daniel at?
He'll be coming back east. Probably start seeing him around 1st of March. I think it's going to be about Grand Rapids or Pittsburgh, and he's going to come back down to North Carolina.
Nice.
I think he's going to be in Raleigh.
Yeah, we caught him.
Yeah,
nice. We caught him with Eggy when they co-headlined that tour.
Yeah.
We saw him down in Columbia, South Carolina. That was they were really good.
Yeah.
I'm not much of a country person, country
I'm
music,
not really
but he did.
Either. I mean, that's funny that I even go to Billy Strings myself, really, but.
Yeah, Billy Strings is bluegrass though. Like that's I try and explain to everyone. I'm like, there's a difference between bluegrass and country, and Maybe
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
know
it
the
definitely
difference. Maybe that's just my
No,
dumbness, but but
I know
I
too.
agree. But also, here's my thing: live music and on the radio, it might be a total different thing. In concert, woo, let's
Right.
go. I'm all, because concerts, that live energy and everyone else around
Yeah.
you that you get.
Sure.
And so I'm all about some live music energy, and that shows me where, where I want to listen to things and what I want to do. So
Absolutely.
but
Disco is definitely
yeah,
going to be the next big thing, though, I think.
100%.
They're a straight dance party.
The
They're
straight
they're,
dance
they're
party.
about to be in Colorado this week. For
Yep.
all the Colorado Dizgo heads out there.
They
Right.
will be. And then they'll be back on the East Coast in March. And y'all, they are hitting it, by the way. If you haven't seen Dizgo, or if you saw them years ago before COVID, they have a new
Drummer.
drummer and
and
keyboardist.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
yes. And he is amazing. And
He is
so the
fucking
thing that I love, I'm not just saying this because I do photography for them. I'm saying this because I can't stop dancing nonstop. But I
Oh,
love
no.
the first. I love the first. This is from Space Tapes. Disco has one of the most operative names in the jam band scene, evoking a transcendence of genre. A dizzier disco filled with hodgepodge of genres, styles, and technical influences, while still it's at its core, it's a dance party. And I'm there for that dance party. And I think that that's the part that I love. And that's what I say to everyone. I'm just like, it's just nonstop dance. Like, you just can't get out of that like dance feeling. And that is the perfect description of them. And so they have a ton of lineups. So check them out. It's Dizgo, not Disco. It's Dizgo. So check them out. And then also today were released the Phish dates for summer.
Was that yesterday?
Was it yesterday or
That was
today?
yesterday.
Yesterday, Phish dates were released. Released. If I
Was
can
it yesterday
speak,
or the day? I don't remember.
I don't know. But literally in the last like
It was
48
this week.
hours, we know that it was released. And so Jam Cruise is going on right now. So there's lots to keep up with. Stevie, what's happening your way?
I will be going to Billy Strings again this weekend in Atlanta.
Yep.
Nice.
And then probably Dizgo
Should I come visit you?
in Atlanta. Sure.
Yeah. What I might like see which way you're riding through and just like come and check yeah.
We might be coming down
I'll
that
be
way.
texting you after this is over. Yeah,
We usually do come
let
down
me
through
see.
Mount Airy.
I'll see if I can get some
I think we usually do, actually.
So here we go.
But
That'd
then,
be so much fun, dude. I found these
they gotta
little
go.
microphones that we can paint like to look like little microphones and do like interviews at places. It would be too cute.
that would be pretty awesome.
So, yeah.
That would be
So,
sick.
but let's figure something out. If anyone sees Stevie at shows, because Mr. Stevie is yo man. Like he's at more shows than I'm at shows. I'm at a lot of shows, but Stevie he's the one who's
He
at
lives on the road.
Yeah, he lives on the road.
He is the road.
Stevie is the road. Yeah, and he is the all-knowing, knows everyone, the best. I would say the guru of the. Would you say the guru of the jam scene?
Oh yeah.
Or whatever the highest
Really, I
known
just
thing
started,
of
though.
the
I've
highest
been really lucky.
Do what?
I've just been starting. I
Do
mean,
what?
because I've been raising my daughter, so like I've only got to start since.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
see, that's the whole thing is like you came into the scene just being happy, being who you were and stuff.
Yeah,
Same thing here, and it's just you're a great person. And that's the thing. It's like you're an amazing person. You're so much fun. And that's what the world needs. And so that's why it's like,
more of it.
just everyone, just know this man right here is amazing, and please follow suit because we need more good people in the world.
All the positivity
and
right
exactly
now.
all the positivity, all the smiles, and so make sure that you go up, say hey to Stevie, take a picture with Stevie because you will not regret it at all. And we will be at some shows we're trying to figure out, and who knows, I might be besides Stevie, because that's my man. I love it. Well, this is my man, and I love Stevie's wife. And so it's like show partners. We all know what's up. It's all modern stuff. So
it's all Jamly love.
It's all Jamly love. We the Jamly. So, but anyway, did we mention about the picture?
No, you skipped right over it.
So what happened? This is the second recording because for some reason the first recording did not record, and
someone cut my finger off.
so you're probably thinking all the way through this video, who is this dude? Like, I know him, but I don't know him, but I know him, or most likely you know him and you're just like, what up, Stevie? But
Right.
so yeah,
they've either seen me
if
on
you
a
know
video,
music,
maybe, or
yeah, you've seen him on a lot of couch tours. You've seen him on pretty much on like
live streams.
You're on couch tour. He's on live streams. So he's in the
I love Peter.
He's got the awesome dreads, and he'll have like just jamming, just absolutely amazing, and always a smile on his face. But Stevie, why don't you
tell them what happened?
Yes, Stevie, you tell us, because that's
or tell us your experience at Billy Strings.
So the first 3-night run of the first week of Billy Strings, the third night, when he got done, he jumped down off the stage, shook one or two people's hands, and he turned and looked right at me, and he was like, I need to give you a hug. And I was like floored when he just said that. I was like, why did you, I was just like, didn't even know what to say. He just runs up to me, squeezes me. Oh my goodness. It's the greatest hug ever. Like, we're just giving him.
Oh my gosh.
And I was almost like, I felt guilty because like there's this whole stadium full of people and he's giving me this big hug. I was like, you got to go get this to everybody else also, like I'm like getting him off of me almost, so he can go share this with everybody else. I know, but I was so happy.
See if that doesn't show you.
That felt like my head was going to explode from so much energy and joy and like happiness and everything. And I mean, really, if it wasn't for Jen, it would never happen, because Jen is the one that got me the wristband, blah, blah, blah. Everybody knows Jen, so she helps
Jen. Amazing.
Miracle worker Jen.
She helps make miracles happen also. So, I mean, it was all amazing, But yes, everybody should get a hug from Billy Strings. That is, I mean, it is fucking amazing. Yeah.
Dude,
that's awesome.
I just can't even like.
It really was. I mean, like it was just so much like energy. Like I could still feel it. Like I mean, it was really fucking amazing.
I mean, I can only imagine the energy off of that guy. Like,
yeah, I mean, especially right after awesome, the show and
that's
everything.
The coolest thing ever.
Yeah. So then, like,
he was so sweet.
People were getting him to sign everything, and then I was like, fuck it, sign my t-shirt that I had. It was like one of the shirts. It's like the shirt that I always wear is my, like, this is my display shirt. So now I have to make me a new shirt. Like, I can't wait.
I think that's worth it. I think that's totally worth it to make a new like display shirt. Like,
oh yeah, I was because in my mind you can go back and it's on Nugs, and you can see me think in my head. I'm like, when it dawns in my head, I was like, oh, he should sign this shirt. And I'm in my head, I'm thinking, I'm gonna have to make a new one and all this. This is all going through my head. crazy. Like, so silly.
Oh my goodness.
That's the
like
best though.
the,
I mean,
But yeah, I mean,
but yes,
I wonder my head didn't explode from so much joy. Like, I mean, I don't know that when I watched it back on Nugs, I was like, holy shit, I've never seen my smile so happy, like, and genuine. Like,
yeah,
it was like, holy shit. Like,
that's
yeah, it was
that's
really cool.
that was like the best moment. I was not there, but just to
I hope
see
everybody
like
gets
the
to
picture.
experience that. I hope everybody gets to experience at least one.
that's just unbelievable. But yes, Stevie is a very talented tie-dye artist and owns a tie-dye company called Lucy Sky Dyes. So, and he's always out on the shakedown in the lots. So if you ever see him out before the show, that's where he'll be. So go check out his work.
Yep, thank you.
I can't talk right now because I'm still like sniffling up and it's just like
tone it down, girlfriend.
I really respect Billy Strings, and just to see someone who has so much money in just a world full of so much uncertainty, just to see just his kindness is just overwhelming.
Totally.
It goes back to him being
it's very overwhelming. It really is.
It's very overwhelming, and it's very it provides hope
because I mean,
in a world full of uncertainty.
After he like give me that hug, like he had to sign that whole rail of people's stuff. It was just unreal. Like I think that's why he gave me that big hug, because it was like it was soaking up energy or whatever. Or whatever it felt like. I don't know.
That's so sweet. Oh, I'm so happy. And like that couldn't have come to a better person, truly, honestly. Like you could not have come to a better person. And I know that all of us say that and stuff, but honestly, this is not just a parent saying this about their child. This is someone like who knows the whole community and who knows the years and years and years, and who has watched just the beyond amazing things that you've done for all of us. So if anyone else could have gotten that hug, like that just makes me thrilled that you did. So
thank you.
Totally. And so I'm sorry I'm all snotty, but it was a beautiful thing. And thank you. So, but awesome. And so I guess here, because I'm all snotty, do you want to take over?
All right, so maybe this weekend you might be hearing from Stevie from Atlanta. Yeah. So maybe I'll talk to you a little bit more about that after the show. Then but yeah, so Atlanta this weekend for you, for Billy. I don't know there's something coming soon too around here. I forget. Talk was just in Charlotte Saturday.
Really?
At
Talk is really
Visual Theater. Yeah, they were really good, but I wasn't able to catch that. But I got to figure out who's coming around here. I need to go to a show. That Dizgo Richmond show was my last show, so I need to figure out something else to go to.
I think they come back.
The itis.
I think it is Dizgo by the time they come
April.
back. I think back in North Carolina and everything. Yeah. That's where they end up the outer space tour.
But,
comes back.
Yeah, Raleigh and Wilmington, and then the Caverns, I think was the last date on that. And then I think I saw that Sturgill Simpson just released some summer dates and stuff too. And I think he's supposed to be hitting up Asheville, I think in May.
He's really been killing it.
Yeah, he was, because he took a long hiatus, right?
Yeah,
for a couple years.
Yeah, I think so.
So I don't know a lot about that in the backstory on that.
Yeah,
but heck yeah. But cool deal. But I guess wrapping up wise. So Stevie, we can't thank you enough for being a part of this, and thank you for sharing your experience at the shows that you went to and that you are going to. But we're gonna
be a big summer coming up.
Very excited about this. Yeah, a lot of festivals. I mean, June is just. I mean, I think there's something to do every day of June.
June is going to be insane.
Oh yeah, June's insane. June is absolutely insane. Are you a stick figure fan?
I haven't listened to it. I'm going to go listen to it. You were telling me about it.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Like, so stick figure this year is my year that I am going to certain shows that have been coming up, and Jason was asking me, he was like, oh babe, he's like, do you want to go to this show? Like, Phish, I think, has a show like right around the same time that stick figure.
Almost the same
I think it might be the same date.
dates.
And he's like, what are you gonna do? And I was like, stick figure. And he was like, what? And I was like, well, stick figure will go for like years without putting anything out. And I'm a huge reggae fan, and I love Phish
too. He doesn't tour that much.
He doesn't tour that much, so it's one of those like when he tours, I have to get the tour, and and so that's what. So, but who knows? You know me, Stevie. That's my. I am the queen of saying, oh, I'm not going to be there. And, and then Stevie's like, what's up?
Like Northland.
So, exactly. Yeah. Oh, and then also I was like, I am not going back to Northlands. Last night, literally said, I was like, babe, what do you think about going to Northlands? He was like, I'm not pretty for sure I want to hear
you said you hated Northlands.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not for sure I want to hear you complain about going to Northlands again.
Yeah, I wasn't 100%
very
cold on it either.
Yeah, and that was the whole thing. Is it was like really rocky. It was through the day. It was hot as could be. At nighttime, it was an icicle, and and then also like the layout was the weirdest layout in the land. Like it was, here's part of it down here. Then you had like the stage blocking off, or like the stage part blocking off. And then there was a whole nother side on, and I was just like, you can't even get to like, you were blocked from going to see. Yeah, we were, and we
it was
never,
silent.
They never found
it for us to find it.
But this was what was horrible. They were looking for the silent disco. We were beside the silent disco where our tent was. So we're trying to find each other. So if we weren't at the actual stages, we were lost. So what did that mean? I'm out in the middle of nowhere by myself, and I'm trying, and we're so hardcore trying to find each other,
and
crazy. And I'm just like, at this point, I'm like, oh my gosh, I am like absolutely done with this. And this is also, y'all,
some festivals can be like that.
Let me tell y'all, I should not judge Northlands like that. And please do not judge it on what I say, because this was 6 music festivals deep into the summer. I was at this point just wanted to be at home in my bed. So I probably, if I went to Northlands this year, it could be a whole different story. So
the best time of your life.
Exactly. So that's why I try and give things, I try not judge on the first time. I try and give it a second chance. If the second chance they blew it, you blew it. That's it. But anyway,
I will be at all good at the same time. All good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I will be too.
That lineup's ridiculous.
Are you going to Gonzo?
No, I don't have a passport. I don't have a passport.
Well, I mean, I think at that point,
I don't think I'm gonna be able to get it in time. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I just don't think it's
tie-dye's really.
Honestly, I don't think it's. I've traveled all over the place. And it is the way that they have it set up.
Well,
the way
have to, like, a lot of the stuff is like a couple miles away, right?
It is very dangerous the way that they have it set
lots
up.
Of people that's got Airbnbs and all that, and it's just I don't know. I don't have a passport.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's just if you're not a traveler, and you're not paying. Yeah, you could drive there 100%. Like you could totally drive there, but
once they told me
there are lots of
long drive.
Oh, goodness, I know, right? It's some
you'd have to drive to Cali and then from there, but anyway, but we have like between the things coming up, we have Dizgo to check out. We have have you checked out Mountain Grass Unit?
I have. I think I've seen them at a festival.
Yeah, I
haven't went and got to see a show of them though. I have some friends that really love them though. They just cannot stop talking about them.
Oh, that's awesome to know. Like, yeah. I just found out, I just kind of heard about them this past weekend, and I was like, let me check them out. And yeah, and then and so so we have Dizgo, Mountain Grass Unit. Let's see, Eggy's on tour right now.
Talks on tour
right now. We have a lot of people on tour, so it's not just
Jam Cruise is going on.
Jam Cruise is going on.
Dogs will be on tour.
Yeah, so there's a lot going on.
Brasco's getting ready to come through town, kind of.
Yeah, he's coming ready to go through. And Mahali, yeah, that's right.
So there's lots going on. So I guess we'll be checking out what's happening and be checking back in with you guys and seeing what's happening. Absolutely. And thank you so much for joining us tonight, Stevie. You lucky duck. Getting the love of Billy.
Oh yes,
thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much, and then also tell us one more time your skydive.
It's Lucy Skydives.
There
Lucy
you go.
Skydive. Like, and it's LSD is what they say. Lucy Skydive.
In the sky with diamonds.
That's what I'm talking about. See, you always, my man, coming up with things that I don't even realize that you're coming up with.
Yeah,
the Beatles. Yep.
I used to love the Beatles when I was a kid.
Everyone loves the Beatles.
So, you're amazing. I love you, and we will chat with you soon. Oh, coming up too, we have our next podcast is an interview with Dizgo. So we'll be doing that with Jamie. I think we're recording that this Friday, and that'll be with Jamie Plainfield. And if Stevie's able to join us, then he'll be on here. Yep. And so we'll be figuring out what's going on. So stay tuned, and we'll chat with you soon.
All right. See y'all.
See ya.
Bye-bye.